Welcome back to the show. On the show today, we have from Burlington, Councillor Paul Sharman. He's telling us all about his wonderful career. Paul, what I'd like to do, we talked just a little bit before the break, is if we can talk a little bit about what you have going on today within your portfolio and how we can obviously and hopefully connect to further help the people of Burlington and beyond.
Oh my gosh. Well, let me start you off with a story, and it's about my mother. And my mother was one of the most wonderful people on earth who loved people. And so as she was aging, she moved to Canada. It went about 1990, I guess. And gradually she worked within the community for a number of years, but then she became unwell. And it was very difficult for her to survive by herself. And so we found her accommodation, my sister's house, where she had an apartment for her. And then we made her, helped her get the transition into assisted living. And there she gradually declined into, just not being able to think straight. And so in any event, she ended up in long-term care. And that was where we began to see that she was not doing well. She had normalized around the condition of the folks in the same area that she was. And it's a little longer story, but the point was, it came to my mind then that everything that could have been done to make my mother's life better in the community had not been done.
Mm.
And the more I looked into it, the more I realized not only had it not been done, but it wasn't able to be done, because we didn't have organizations like yours working hard to connect people and give people quality of life and meaning to their lives. And the result of that was we got heavily involved about 6 or 7 years ago with setting up self-help groups in specifically condominiums, where we would get groups of people to talk about how they could set up help teams on their floor, how they could create interest groups. So the thing about people is my mother was shy, would not get involved with different organizations and other people, but she loved classical music. And she would always instantly bond with somebody who had that interest with her. My point is, this is about people and feelings and relationships. And that's what I'm involved with to this day in terms of creating opportunities to improve the quality of life, to provide the services. And we've been doing this through a program called PACE, P-A-C-E, Program of All-Inclusive Care for the Elderly, that has been worked on in the United States for 30 years, started in San Francisco, with now 50,000 people who get service every day, living in some places where there's a PACE center in the building, and otherwise living in their own homes and being able to go to a PACE center that is local to them. The bus picks them up, bring your laundry, we'll feed you, we'll take care of you. Those folks do not go to hospital. Those folks are eligible for nursing home, but they aren't in long-term care. That is what we need. And that's what I'm working on.
That's great, Paul. I really appreciate, very passionate. I can tell about sharing your feelings about what you want to do. So I commend you. And if we can help any way we can, like ourselves, what we're doing now, we want to help out the seniors. We're big in the autism community. So what we're trying to do now is bridge the gap between the autism community and youth and the seniors, and just let them bridge together and support each other, help each other. There's lots of opportunities. It's a paid opportunity. Right now, our office is in Tech Place, and we're looking hard at Robert Bateman, and I know Paul's going to help us with that, right? Because we're innovative. We're going to do some crazy positive things in Burlington, and we have the councillor on our side, we have the mayor on our side, Jane McKenna. So there's a lot of things that are going on. So Paul, I really thank you for being on the show today. If people do want to find out more information regarding your platform, Paul, or how to get involved with you personally, is there a website or something you can give out?
It's the easiest thing in the world. It's paul@paulsharman.ca.
That's great, Paul. Well, again, we really want to thank you for coming on today. If there's any last words you want to share with us today, anything else that you wanted to get out, by all means, please do. I'm just saying if there's anything else, but
it's always exciting because change is all that matters. And we have to be the force that makes it happen. And let's do that for the good of the people.
And let's get Effie on next. I know all you guys. I know all you guys in Burlington. I'm going to get
forward
happy
to
on
seeing
that.
that.
What's that?
I'm looking forward to seeing it.
That's great, Paul. Well, thanks again. We had
Thank
on
you.
today Paul Sharman. What we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break, and I'm going to come back and wrap the show. So thanks again, Paul. We'll see you next time.
Thank you. Take care. Bye, Jay.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.